Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Little follow-up video on the off-grid power stations and solar running the 7.5 cubic foot residential refrigerator. We've been running this for about 4 weeks now up at the cottage. This is in northern Ontario, off-grid, no power, no water, no sewer. So everything is working. It's actually worked rather well. Ran into a couple of things that I did not account for when I was doing my testing. So let me turn you around here and I'll show you the setup. Here we go. Okay, over here on the rock are my solar panels. Well, at least some of them. So we have the two Allpowers 200 watt solar panels, and then we have the additional 300 watt semi-flexible Eco Bearers panel. I've got these facing, this is right where the sun rises, so due east out here on the rock. It's worked really well. I've gotten good sun till about 2 o'clock, somewhere in there, and then it starts to dwindle off. These are all wired in series connections, MC4 connectors, and then I have a branch connection right here. This is going back through that 75-foot cable that I mentioned on my other video, and I have these going around the cabin. Goes underneath the porch. And I was using this connection, or this cover, which works really well. Saves it from getting nicked on the rock. But I ran all my cables up right here through the porch. So this is one set. Then I have another set of cables that go over to this other Allpowers 100 watt solar panel. This is connected to the Bluetti AC180. The bigger array is hooked up to the 200 max Bluetti. Let's go up on the porch. I'll show you the connections. So the porch wires come to those MC4 ribbon cables that I found on Amazon. Those all come through here. These are the flat ribbon cables. Worked out really well. Goes right in through this hole, this portal that's for our propane tank. So those go right through there. Right on the other side of this wall are the power stations. Let's go inside and we'll show you the power stations. So inside the cottage, there's my daughter right there, taking a little break. Here are the power stations right beside the new refrigerator, right here. So here it is. This is where it's been for 4 weeks. Power stations are right here. Cables are coming in right here, all 4. And they just plug into the power stations. As you can see, that 100 watt panel is pulling in 41 watts presently. And down on the 200 max, we're only getting 30 some because it's in the shade. So that's the setup. Everything's working well. It's kept the refrigerator running 4 weeks without any issue in there. No complaints. So that replaced an old propane refrigerator that we had that went bad last year. Alright, so there's the setup for 2024. Very impressed. A couple of things I might change. I might add another 100-watt panel to that AC 180 just to give it a little extra solar. The 700 watts I think on the 200 max were okay, but there are times when we've gotten into issues when the cabin was 90. If it's in the 80s outside and low wind, inside the cabin can get up in the 90s. I wasn't able to test that at home because the house is 70. So the refrigerator ran extra hard on those days, which drained your battery. And if you had a sunny day in the 90s, you could drain it at 200 max pretty quick. And I can't recover from that. I think I'm going to get a propane generator, a small one, just as a backup. Something I can charge that 200 max in 2 hours or so, at least top it off. And then also top off the AC 180 if I need to. I think that's what I have to do. We just don't have many options here in an off-grid situation. If you're in the heat and you don't have sun, you can get in trouble pretty quick. So that's my thoughts. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I think that's what I'm going to do is get a propane generator. I need to do some more testing on the solar panels. Those Allpowers 200 watt. I'm not finding 200 watts out of them. And that EcoBear's 300 watt, I'm not seeing anywhere near 300 watts. And I know those are done in ideal conditions in a lab. But that EcoBear's, I only think I'm getting maybe 150 watts. The Allpowers 200 watt, I'll bet you I'm getting 125 out of each. So more testing to come at home when we get back. I want to see how many volts are coming in on each one of those on a clear day. So just some thoughts. I may get a hold of the manufacturers and see what the actual specs are, just to confirm my thoughts. So a couple of things, but that's my 2024 testing that has been done in 4 weeks up here at the cottage. Like I said, more testing to come, and it's going to continue next year. So more off-grid testing to come in preparation for 2025. Yeah, if you have an off-grid cabin or a cottage, comment below. I'd like to hear what you have as far as your solar setup. All right, on this video, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next one.